To travel is to constantly challenge your senses. To be left speechless. To see things you don't understand. To feel what you've never felt. When you're completely overwhelmed, that's when you've truly traveled. Dubai, a city that defies logic in almost every sense of the word. What you think you know about architecture, wealth, or tradition is regurgitated and transformed into the form of a city that can best be described as one plucked from a scene in Star Wars. But, to my disgrace and due to a longer voyage through Southeast Asia, I'm only here fleetingly, for a roughly 36-hour layover to be precise. So here goes nothing. So Dubai in a rush means you really want to hit up two neighborhoods first. Downtown, where you'll find this huge pointy object, and the Marina, which is where you'll probably want to stay. So naturally, that's where I start my layover, taking a stroll amongst the yachts I'll never afford, and thinking about which illicit business the Russian oligarch owner of that vessel is involved with. Dubai isn't a city you want to be walking around in, unless of course your body is mostly made up of molten lava. But if there's any part of the city meant to be done on foot, it's the Marina, and that's why you should stay here if you only have a brief window of time. Luckily at night, the Marina comes full circle with restaurants, cafes, and what transforms into a pleasant stroll along the promenade as temperatures drop and the cool desert night kicks in. As I gaze at the skyscrapers ripped straight from the Jetsons, I ease into my meal. I'm jet-lagged, I'm fed, and I'm deliriously amused. Admittedly, trying to get the right feel for a massive metropolis like Dubai in a mere layover is about as difficult as listening to an entire Jack Johnson album without falling asleep. So from the comforts of my high-rise condo, I've devised a plan. So this is my only full day in Dubai as I'm leaving tomorrow to the Philippines. So I'm gonna try to do the best I can at seeing the most I can of this city that's freaking huge. I got my good friend Tim Hortons here. In the meantime, it's so odd that I can go just about anywhere in the world and find a Tim Hortons. And I'm not even Canadian. Working on the new Mitchell Travels Tim Hortons sponsorship. Call me. Taxis in Dubai are your lifeline. They're easily accessible and seem to be about the only thing cheap in a city built on flexing. There is a Metrorail, but I'll get to that later. For now, just know that you'll be spending a lot of time in cabs getting to know the city, as well as, odds are, your Pakistani driver. You'll need that taxi if you want to get to this sailboat-looking hotel, otherwise known as the Burj Al Arab. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're not a billionaire, you're gonna come here. This is the public beach, Jumeirah Public Beach. Now, if you have oodles and oodles of cash, which I don't have, that's why I'm using a gimbal and I have no film crew, then you're gonna be on the other side, and those are the private beaches, those are the resorts, Jumeirah Beach Resort, really, really expensive stuff. The good thing about this place is that it's also dubbed Selfie Stick Beach, so if you get a kick out of people using selfie sticks, then well, this is your kind of beach. The Arabian sun is unforgiving, so your best bet is to either be on the beach or relaxing poolside. There's no point in me going to see Dubai's most important structure in infernal conditions and sweating like a pig. So for now, it's just me, this rooftop, and this pool. Wealth. perhaps the word that's most often associated with Dubai. From a group of scattered emirates in the scorching Arabian sands, the oil machine on hyperdrive gave way to an infrastructure and real estate boom that propped up the nation to where now, the UAE has become synonymous with luxury, excess, and the most over-the-top creations money can buy. And that's where the colossal 163-floor Burj Khalifa shoots into the desert sky, leaving you asking one simple question. How is this possible? The sheer size of this Ron Jeremy of buildings has always intrigued me, so I take a ride on the Dubai Metro to pay my respects and see how short my wallet stretches at the adjacent Dubai Mall while I'm at it. The great thing about the Metro, aside from its cost of course, is that it allows you the opportunity to dart through the main artery of a city designed by Lucasfilms.
You know, in the time that I've been taking this, I think there's been like a few hundred people that have gotten on. Maybe like one person got off, and it might have been an accident.
I got kicked out by a taxi driver because he said, it's going to take way longer if I take a taxi, so kudos to him.
The next station is
Almost there. I have to say, walking through the long metro complex that leads you into the Dubai Mall isn't all that bad. It's the kind of pedestrian foreplay that's called for as the build-up to perhaps the most visually stunning downtown compound that you'll find anywhere. And just like that, you're in the mall for the 1% of that 1%. The Dubai Mall is kind of exactly what you would expect. Tons of luxury places. Could probably buy a Bugatti somewhere near the food court. But it also has other stores. It has places that are decently priced. It's a really good vibe, extremely clean, and definitely worth a visit. And right outside, something whimsical is about to happen. Did I mention that Dubai is in a desert? And that might be why it feels like you're inside the devil's nutsack?
Oh yeah, one thing worth noting is that it's hot. Really, really hot. So, recommendation, don't leave anywhere between 10 and like 5 p.m. Stay in an air-conditioned place. Be strategic about your walking. It's freaking hot, man. Jesus.
With a few hours left in the city, I go back to the structure that wraps this whole place together with a 2,700-foot ribbon.
You know, I thought to myself, I want to give Dubai a really nice outro like I do with most of my videos. But you know, after looking at all that, do I really need an outro to convince you to come here? Probably not. Just come on over.